What's up? It's David, and today we're talking about vaping. Hey guys, real quick, I wanted to give you a quick apology about the, the low production quality of some of my vaping videos here. I do not currently have internet at my house, computer internet access. Due to finances, whatever, me and my wife decided it's just best to not have internet at the house right now. I do have unlimited data on my phone, so does she. That's kind of why we decided we didn't need internet at the house. So for the time being, my videos are all going to be shot and uploaded directly from my iPhone. That's also why the shooting angle is a bit crappy because I have a iPhone tripod mount on the way in an order in the mail. I put a vape order through at fasttech.com, and it's in that order. So those of you who in the vaping community have done things with FastTech before, it'll take a while for me to get it. So as soon as I get that, I will start making videos with that. So the angle will be better and more steady at least. Until then, I apologize for the crappy shooting angle. I apologize for the low production quality. It's not going to be quite as edited and fluid as, say, Grim Green or Rip Trippers, because I just don't have access to the computer editing software and everything that's on a computer. I'm using basically a YouTube Capture app on my phone that allows me to do a little bit of, very meager editing, basically shorten lengthen the video at the front or end of it. I can't pull bits and pieces out of the middle, and so that's basically it. I can edit the length of it at the beginning or the end, and I can add music to clips, and I can string various video clips together. So that's the extent of what my editing is going to be. So I apologize if my videos are a bit low quality. I ramble on, and the videos aren't quite as fluid as they should be. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, let's get to the vaping video. Thanks. Hey there, YouTube. David again. Coming at you with my second vaping-related video. Again, with the I Taste MVP. See me wearing the same shirt. It's Sunday, late Sunday, or rather early Sunday afternoon here. It's 12:16 here. I got some free time here today. I'm trying to knock out as many of these first vaping videos as I can. I'm going to try and get, probably 3 or 4 of them knocked out and get them uploaded for you guys here so I can get things going with the vaping stuff. Before I begin, let's have a vape. Again, the number 2 by Juice by the Numbers. As you guys obviously saw from the title, this is going to be my viewpoints on the current FDA regulation proposals in regards to vaping. I wanted to do this video before I really got into all my various vaping videos, because I watched Grim Green's video on it, and he's absolutely 100% right when he says all the cool gear review videos and stuff like that, and how many ohms you're getting out of your coil rebuilds, all that stuff. While we need to continue doing it because that's part of vaping, and I truly believe we still need to keep buying stuff, because that's going to help the smaller businesses stay alive over these next couple years. As if this proposal goes through these next couple years, it's going to help keep them alive and give them even more of a reason to stick around and keep this industry going the way it has been. I agree, he's absolutely correct in that we need to give this some serious thought, and it cannot afford to be put on the back burner any longer. It just can't. So with that said, let's get into how I feel about these proposed regulations. Apologize if I look down every so often. I've got a little piece of paper here with talking points so I don't get too sidetracked. It's going to happen, I'm sure, but I don't want to get too sidetracked. I want to stay on point as much as possible. We're going to, start off with some of the good things. I do think that some regulation is good. I think that it's going to help legitimize the vaping industry and community, and really just help us to be seen in a good light in the eyes of people that don't vape. So I think that some regulation is good and necessary. Some of the things that they're doing that I think, for the most part are good. The safety warnings, blah blah blah, nicotine is addictive, and yada yada yada. Good. While I have my own personal viewpoints, philosophically about warning labels and stuff like that, I'm not going to get into that in this video. I think from a legal standpoint, it's good for manufacturers to have to do that. And for the most part, I think most e-juice manufacturers and vaping manufacturers are already doing this. So that's, it's really not going to be much of an issue. It's something they're already doing, along with the ingredient list, having to list your ingredients. All the e-juices I've ever used, the few I've used in my short amount of time in vaping, have all had the ingredients listed on them. So again, it's something that is already being done, so it's not going to be this huge culture shock, and it's a good thing. Not selling to minors, again, very good thing. I don't, regardless of whether there's nicotine in the e-juice or not, I don't think anybody should be buying or doing things that in any way, shape, or form resemble smoking, or have the ability to get, deliver nicotine and things like that to your body, unless you're 18 years of age or older. So that's a good thing. Child-proofing of the juice containers. Again, my personal viewpoints about warning labels and safety disclaimers and, safety regulation features on products aside, I think from a legality standpoint, it's very, very good. It's going to let the FDA and everybody know that, hey, we as a vaping industry and community care. We're willing to put up with this. We're willing to take these extra steps to ensure our products are as safe as possible. So again, a good thing. It's going to create a little bit of hassle in the manufacturing process, but in the end, it's going to lead to, I think, more people probably vaping than did before, because they didn't want to buy this products because it didn't have any child-proof safety features. So that's good. The decreased advertising, not being able to advertise and market things in a certain way, to, you're the candy and the fruit and dessert flavor type things. I have not read the entire proposed regulation in its entirety. I've skimmed through parts of it, the main sections, and what I got from that and some of the other things is this is all about the kids, folks. That we need to protect our youth from the addictive nature of nicotine and tobacco type products and blah 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 blah. And again, it's all well and good. My concern with the decreased not being able to advertise the the fruit flavors and things like that is that in the future, and this is speculation on my part, 100%, I don't know what the end game is going to be on it, but I can see in the future this being used as a foothold to say, well, we need to make these things, any and all tobacco products as, the least of as least appealing as possible. So we're going to get rid of all the flavors except for Marlboro Red and Newport flavored stuff, which I know there's some folks out there that like tobacco flavored and mint and menthol flavored products. Not this guy. I don't. So I don't like the prospect of that happening. And again, speculation on my part, but I can see it taking a turn down that road in the future. Um, and, as I kind of hit on it a minute ago, I mentioned it a couple times, tobacco products. A lot of people are in an uproar about, vaping hardware and juices being labeled as a tobacco product. I agree to an extent, but again, I've skimmed through the regulation and how they're getting away with it. And there's no real way to combat this that I can see. If someone knows a way, let me know. How they're getting away with it is the nicotine in the e-juice is extracted from tobacco. That's how they're getting away with it. We're not, people arguing, well, there's nicotine in tomatoes and there's nicotine in eggplant and, different other types of nightshade vegetables. Well, I understand that, but they're not, e-juice manufacturers and the people who, make liquid nicotine are not taking it from those vegetables. They're taking it from tobacco plants. So that's how the FDA is getting away with labeling them tobacco products. And again, if someone knows of a way to combat that, let me know. That'd be great to know how to combat it so that maybe we can circumvent this whole thing together so that they cannot be classified as a tobacco product. But you know what? I think we're probably, having the information I know now, we're probably just going to have to deal with it. Calling these things e-cigarettes for the past few years hasn't helped our cause either. So, oh well. Let's see, the no free sample thing. Again, I read through it, and it's all about the kids, folks. They don't want these things to be given out as free samples, not just e-juice samples, but cigarettes and everything like that. They don't want these things to be given away as free samples, and kids wind up getting them, and now they're addicted to nicotine for the rest of their life. Again, I understand the legality and the moral high ground they're trying to take. I think it's going to be a pain in the butt for vendors and consumers alike. What's probably going to have to happen if in the future, if these regulations go through, if the vendors want to continue being able to hand out samples, and as consumers, we should want them to continue to hand out samples because that's how we get to try juice without paying $8 to $20 a bottle for it. So we should want them to. They're gonna have to start charging some sort of nominal fee. Like, all right, pay $0.25 or $1 or whatever, and you can try as many samples as you want. You know what? I'm okay with that. If paying $1 saves me $15 because I was able to try an e-juice and it turned out to be terrible when I thought it was going to be awesome, I just saved, even taking into account that $1, I just saved myself $14. So I'm kind of okay with that. Their reasoning behind it is, kind of misleading. Again, it's all about the kids, but in reality, it's not just going to affect the kids, it's going to affect everybody. But I can see the reasoning behind it, so I'm indifferent on, I guess. Whatever happens with that happens. All right. Now that I've rambled for over 12 minutes already, on to the big stink that everybody is in an uproar about, and myself as well. the product application process that's going to be going on. I personally see no good whatsoever